guys, welcome to today's vlog. Welcome to day 9 of Vlogmas. Super excited that we are still going strong, and I know I say that in almost every video, but I'm genuinely just really proud of myself because I've not filmed, edited, and uploaded this many times in a row or this often, so props to me. Today I have the Taking Care of Babies ABCs of Sleep training class review. It's a lot of words. This is for babies 5 months to 24 months. I did do the Taking Care of Babies newborn class and the 3 to 4 month ebook review, so I will put that in the cards here. Let me just say, if you're here to simply see if I recommend this class, the answer is yes. If you want to know more details about why I recommend this class, then stay tuned. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe down below, give this video a big thumbs up, turn on post notifications, and follow me on Instagram. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this as short and sweet as I possibly can. But again, just like the other review that I did, I'm not gonna actually be going into detail about what the class entails and what you have to do for the sleep training, because that's totally treating Cara out of business, and that would be pretty shitty if I did that. So I'm just gonna be telling you why I recommend this class, not what you have to do in this class. So let's just go through the pros and the cons. The first pro is that it worked for us. Noah has been sleeping 11 to 12, but pretty much 12 to 12 and a half hours ever since we started this class. He was kind of sleeping 9 hours before, but within those 9 hours, sometimes he would wake up crying, and then we would have to go back in and put his pacifier back in, and then some nights he would just have the pacifier in his mouth and just cry for a long time. And then I think right before we got this class, he just was crying a lot and we didn't know what to do. Like, I would go in there and hold him and try to calm him down, and I kind of would calm him down, but then once I would put him back in his bassinet, swaddled and in his DockATot, he would just cry again. So the reason why we ended up getting this course was because we didn't know what was happening. Like, our baby, who had pretty good sleep, all of a sudden didn't, but he didn't have any other like medical issues going on. So we figured we would try this because he was at that age where he probably could be unswaddled, not in the DockATot, in his own crib at that point. So that's why we got this class. This sleep training class, like I said, I'm not going to go into full detail, but basically this is a cry it out method, but it's not the kind of cry it out method where you put your baby in the crib and then you just let them cry for the rest of time, which is how my parents sleep trained me 25 years ago, or 24 years ago, I guess. But that's not how this one goes. You do what she calls pop-ins, where you do check in on the baby at certain time intervals, and she has like a whole process. So you are letting your baby cry, but you're not just like saying,
"Peace, you got this, right? Like, you'll be good."
So for us, night 1 was kind of a mess. I did not really get any sleep that night, but by the second night, Noah fell asleep in 7 minutes. A ton of reviews of this course, and people were saying like, by night 3, my baby was sleeping 12 hours and they weren't crying. So I'm like, okay, cool, I just gotta get through the first 3 nights. But by the second night, Noah, after like fussing for 7 minutes in his crib, fell asleep. And then I think that night he did wake up once in the middle of the night, but then he went back to sleep without me having to do the pop-in. Another pro of this course is that even through his teething, and we actually found out that he had a little bit of a cold, he didn't wake up. Like, his sleep was not affected by him teething or him being a little bit sick. So another awesome thing that we didn't actually have to use, but I know that it would be really important to some other families, is that she gives you the tools to help you wean night feedings. Another thing that was really important to us, and another big reason why we got this course, was because it helps you with naps as well. Noah's nap at the time, I think, was not the best. After we took this course and we, you know, went through her process and stuff like that, Noah started taking, I think, like 45-minute naps, and for us that was a miracle. And then from there it only increased, so now he naps for about 1.5 to 2 hours. Another thing that has to do with naps is that she helps you transition from 3 naps to 2 naps, and then from 2 naps to 1 nap at the appropriate age that they need to be doing those things. So Noah went from 3 naps, and then I think at like 7 or 8 months he then went to 2 naps. So now he takes a 1.5 to 2 hour nap in the middle of the day, and then later on in the afternoon he takes maybe like an hour nap, and that'll hold him over till bedtime. One thing that my type A personality really appreciated about this course was that she gave you example schedules for everything. For nighttime weanings, she gave you examples of how that might look. Not only did she give you 1 example schedule, she gave you like 4. So she kind of spells it all out for you and shows you exactly what your night might look like if, you know, you do this or you do that. And then for naps, she also creates a schedule of what your day may look like if your baby takes a 30-minute nap, if your baby takes an hour-long nap, if your baby sleeps at this time or that time. So for me, it was really awesome to like physically see a schedule in front of me, but then to also be able to then compare it to our actual day. And I'm a visual person and I also like schedules, so for me that was really helpful. And then another thing she gives you are these different charts for you to fill out. So again, for night weanings, she gives you this chart for you to say like, okay, I went in at 10:36 to do like a 20-minute long feeding, and then you can kind of just write everything down so you have a log of everything, and then you can see yourself slowly weaning it. We use a sleep chart that helped us log the pop-ins. So we would kind of say, okay, this is the time we put him in the crib, then this is like how long he was crying for, and then this is when we did the pop-in, and it helped you log everything. And then at the bottom it would total up how many minutes your baby spent crying. And it was really cool because that first night it was a lot of minutes, and then the second night it was 7 minutes. So it's really cool to see that progress, and I think it's good for parents too to be able to say like, okay, yeah, this felt like my baby was crying for an hour, but then when you actually see it on the paper, you're like, okay, no, they were actually crying for 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes, they weren't screaming their head off. It was kind of like whining, and then maybe crying for like 30 seconds, and then maybe going back to whining, you know? So it sounds scary to think that you're gonna let your baby cry all night, but that's not actually what happens. They have different levels of crying. She explains more of that in detail. I don't really want to give too much of it away. Another great thing is that she has a very extensive frequently asked questions part. So she goes over all these different things. She goes over multiples, if you're gonna travel, if you have a daycare baby, how that affects the nap situation, if you have a premature baby, if you have a baby that's teething, if you have older children that may be affected by the baby screaming for a while, or if you have kids sharing a room, or if you have a 1-bedroom house, because this course does recommend the baby to sleep alone. Also, this course is 14 nights. I didn't tell you that part in the beginning, I'm sorry, but this course is 14 nights long. But again, most of the reviews did say that their baby was sleeping independently for 11 to 12 hours straight from night 3. Another big thing for this class is consistency. You have to be consistent to what she recommends, because otherwise, why are you taking this course? Like, why are you spending all of this money to not listen, I guess is my opinion. I think if you're gonna take this course, you have to know that your baby is gonna cry, and that's why you took this course. I can say though that in my opinion it's worth it. So with this course, you can actually buy 3 different versions of this course. One of it does not have a phone consultation, one of it has one free phone consultation, and then the third course has 2 phone consultations that are included in there. I bought the one with 1 phone call consultation because I didn't think we would need 2, and we actually didn't even need that 1 because I haven't used it yet. Another thing, I don't know if you personally care about this, but at the end of this course, she has 4 full pages of references where she references other people's work or where she got the information from. So I like when people have credibility and you know you can trust them, or you can actually see where they got their information from. I personally like that. Onto the cons. For me, I kind of had to like rack my brain for cons. Obviously, one is hearing your baby cry. I was really lucky that I have such an amazing support system at home. So I told my parents what we were doing, and I told them exactly how to support me. So I said, this is what we're doing. Noah will be crying, but I need you guys to not make me feel worse than I already do. I need you guys to not tell me, aren't you gonna go get him? Oh my god, he's crying so loud. Oh, it sounds so sad. I need you guys to not say those things, and I need support in a way of distraction or in a way of saying that this is gonna help us in the long run. Whew, geez, that makes me emotional. But my parents and my brother, they were all amazing to Tommy and I. And that first night, that was really tough. We ended up playing cards at the dinner table for a few hours, and that really got to distract us while we were still watching Noah on his camera. And another thing is, if you have a place big enough where you don't actually hear your baby crying from their room, I would recommend watching them on the camera, but just turning the volume down a little bit so you're not listening to your baby crying at like full volume. So you're watching them and you are knowing what's going on, but you're not hearing it like super loud. I don't know. That would be my little piece of advice. If you end up getting the course, then this might make a little bit more sense. But when you do the pop-ins, you're obviously going into your baby's room and they will see you and hear you. But for us, after the first night, for the second and third night, we ended up either not doing the pop-ins, or we would spread out the time between doing pop-ins. We noticed that doing the pop-ins actually made it worse for Noah, so we ended up spreading out the time between the pop-ins and then eventually just not doing them at all, and then he ended up putting himself to sleep. So in conclusion, Tommy and I definitely recommend this course. We would say that if you do this, you really should commit to it, and I think that it's worth it. If you're in a place where something just needs to give and you're struggling, your partner's struggling, and your baby is struggling, I would say that it's worth it. Another amazing thing about taking care of babies is that she does have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If this is something that is in your budget, I don't see the harm in doing it personally, because the course is 14 days, so you're gonna see within the time frame that you can get a refund if this will work for you and your family or not. So I definitely recommend it. It really changed things for my family. I don't really know what we would be doing right now, or what kind of sleeper Noah would be if we didn't have this course. And for us, having such a good routine has really helped us kind of make our schedules a little bit more flexible. So on Sunday nights, we go to my grandma's house. We are able to stay there a little bit later, and even if we come home at 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, even 10 o'clock sometimes, we can still just do his quick nighttime routine and put him down, and he goes to bed instantly almost. I try to have a little bit of structure with Noah and have his bedtime be between 7 to 7:30 every single night. But sometimes, you know, life happens. You want to go out or you have a party, and especially this holiday season is coming up. I want to still be able to enjoy dinner parties with, you know, our family, but I still want Noah to be able to sleep well. So I think that's all I have to say about the Taking Care of Babies ABCs of Sleep class. If I forgot anything, I'll include it down below, or I'll just put it on Instagram, so be sure to follow me there. But let's get straight into the giveaway prizes. And I say prizes because today there will be 2 winners, and this is a thank you for getting me to 4,000 subscribers. So this first one is this Cucumber Breeze Soothing Sheet Mask with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. One person will get this, and someone else will get this Tony Moly Unreal Aloe Mask Sheet with this Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy Lip Treatment. So one person will win this, and one person will win this. The rules are kind of the same again. Just subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, turn on post notifications, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Comment this picture here how you found me, whether it was my YouTube channel or my Instagram. So go ahead and do that, and 2 people will be winning these items today. So I hope this video helped any of you guys who are on the fence about investing in this sleep course. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you in Vlogmas day 10 tomorrow. Love you. Bye.